But are we live?
Are we started?
Oh,
Well, here we are.
hi guys, Bicky here.
Bick, what are you going to sing for us today?
Okay. I can't get out of bed today, get you off my mind. I just can't seem to find a way to leave this girl behind. All my 90s kids. Stacey Oracle. I see.
Don't know this.
See,
Am I
you're
too young?
Yeah, I'm a fresh 31-year-old.
Well, guys, welcome to episode 11.
We have given Bicky the
Bicky got the boot.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
It was coming since episode 2, I think.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's not a minute too soon.
No. So Mr. Alex Traynor is here.
Mr. Traynor.
Full-time cast member for one last episode.
Yeah, well, you never know.
Well, no, I think I'll retire. I'll hang up my boots after this.
You'll bow out, will
I
you?
think so, yeah.
Will I talk it through how we get through this?
Yeah, give me an interval. As Bicky always says, she doesn't prepare.
No.
But I believe she prepares.
She doesn't.
I really.
Did you prepare?
No. I got Bicky to send me on a few Bicky's bits.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I actually had Bicky's bits prepared.
For me or you?
No, like I was going to pretend to be Bicky and just
Look
spout a load of boring shite.
Well, she sent me on a lot of boring shite. So
did she?
She did. So I will give it a go.
Right.
At some stage of the podcast. But go on, talk me through it.
So I'll give you the, I suppose, the review.
Yeah, okay.
So episode 11 in review for all our organisers out there.
Yeah.
So we start
Organised chaos.
Yeah,
do her little
episode
jingle.
11. So we start off with a how was your week, blah, blah, blah.
Great.
Then we go into the boring bits, which is Bicky's bits.
Yeah.
Then we'll have Alex's adventures.
Well, I didn't really, okay, yeah. Yeah, something small.
Okay,
yeah.
And then Ev's events, and we
Wrap
can
it up.
Well, we can throw in a few would you rathers or a few hypotheticals.
Yeah, do you have anything prepared, Mr. Producer, to... Oh.
Not a thing. Okay.
You may get would you rather in fairly quickly because we might need you in a few minutes.
I heard episode 9 and what they thought of me, so.
We absolutely spit our truths in episode 9 about Mr. Producer and how he brings us down.
Oh, right.
No.
Okay.
Bicky just gets jealous sometimes of
Him taking over.
Of him
Well,
getting
now there's
the
another
spotlight.
man coming in to take over now, Bicky, so...
who's that? Oh, yours that. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
So for everyone wondering where Bicky is, she has left Ireland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She told me I can tell everyone the truth. So she met this guy online, right? And he was on Tinder. His name was 6-Inch Killer.
Is that all she went for?
That's all she went for. She was happy with it, right?
Okay, yeah.
It's above average.
Yeah. Double the fun, double the size.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, she met him online, and she started out by just like chatting to him like willy nilly, and then she was all willy. No, and he has an apartment over in Portugal, so he was like, "Do you want to come over to me?" And she was like, "Well, only if I'm allowed to pack lingerie, and that's it." And he was like, "Yeah, just wear a trench coat in the airport, just so no one else gets horny."
So that's where Bicky's gone, lads.
So Vicky's gone to me,
and the rest of us fighting a
killer.
global pandemic over here in Ireland.
No, not bothering her.
Off she goes.
Off she goes. Yeah.
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 Well, that's our Bicky.
Well, do you know what?
Now.
I'd say COVID would be the least of her troubles now.
I'd say, yeah,
The
chlamydia.
STIs would be creeping up.
Chlamydia will be flaring up, yeah. And the pregnancy will come next. See, that's the other thing as well.
Yeah.
Pregnancy comes. She's not going to be a pregnant woman on the podcast.
What?
She'll be talking all baby clothes and...
Oh, we should be
suitors
getting the boot.
She'll be getting the boot,
She'll be getting that boot.
She'll be getting the boot. So that's where Bicky is.
Bicky's baby bits, if we call it next time. Yeah, Bicky's gone off slutting. So, Alex, I'm so happy to
I'd say
have
she's
you.
listening to this now, ready to kill somebody.
Very happy to have you.
Delighted to be here.
How did you enjoy your first podcast experience last week?
Yeah, it was very comfortable.
Yeah?
I actually think it's more pressure tonight because I can't sit out and let you and Bicky talk if
Yeah.
there's a lull.
And like she talks a lot, so like...
Yeah, she was good to... I suppose that I had comfort in that, knowing that I could just weasel into a corner and I'd be grand. But...
You talked a good bit though.
Yeah, I did. I was fine. It was, I suppose, what you see and what you listen to every Monday isn't... When I went there, it was a Wednesday night, so I knew nothing was live. So if I really, really messed up, it could be cut out... It could be re-recorded. Now it wasn't.
We always say
everything.
no edits.
Yeah, but I mean the option was there. If
Yeah.
I started to shake and cry,
Yeah.
I could just give up. But then No, I think I loved
You
it. Sure,
enjoyed
it was 40 something minutes in, and I was like, shit, we should be wrapping up soon. And
Yeah,
sure, we went
yeah,
on
yeah.
for an hour and something.
It's amazing how time flies when you're talking shite.
Yeah, so I loved it, and I would actually do it every week comfortably if I could be more structured.
Right.
But I mean, if that was the case, I would do that for myself. But because I'm not on it every week, I'll just let it flow. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, it's
You
the
prefer-
podcast success does not rely on me.
Well, we never know.
Yeah.
We'll see. We had great listens on episode 10.
Yeah, great listens, and one unlike on Instagram.
No.
So
One unfollow.
one unfollow. So whoever that was who unfollowed the minute I went live.
Alex texted me being like, well, did your followers shoot through the roof? How are the listens? I was like, actually, we lost a follower this week.
But the listens were good, were they?
The listens were great, yeah. But do
actually-
you know what, though? I'll be honest, I don't be minding who's listening. I just do it for the crack. Vicky's all analytics, as you know. Like she loves all the facts and figures.
The amount of people who sent me a snap that they were listening to it, but they were already listening.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
they were like, how do you know the two girls? And I was like, I just know them. And they were like, oh, I always listen to them, they're so funny. I was like, what? Like a young one from the road. Like,
I love it.
Yeah. So people who don't know yous.
Yeah,
Who
yeah.
I know don't know yous.
Yes, yeah.
You know? So that was brilliant.
Brill.
Yeah.
And how has your week been? Anything strange or exciting?
Oh, well, I suppose, are we going from just Monday?
Just the
Are we going
exciting
from
bits.
Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah. I actually know you were supposed to have a quiet weekend. I started your weekend off with you on Friday.
We and Ev had a lovely week. Yeah, Friday night we got Chipper,
Yeah, I can't even remember.
Pizza Meal Deal.
Yes.
Watched Love Island.
Oh,
I didn't
yes.
watch it.
Yeah, it was a lot of shite that night, actually.
Yeah, so watched Love Island. Yeah, we had a lovely night. We had sweets.
Yeah.
That was nice. Nice and relaxing night.
And you said you were going to continue that flowing through the weekend. You were going to have an alcohol. I think I recall the words.
See, the week...
I'm going to be 4 weeks alcohol free.
The 2 weekends previous, I had drink-free weekends. Not that I have a problem, but it's just nice to step back now and again.
Here we are now, Alex.
And-
Let us know.
Yeah. So I just loved it. Like Mondays without drink are not Mondays. Like if you don't
True.
drink at the weekend, a Monday is like a Thursday. It's just a great day.
Great day.
Usually I used to spend Mondays just like trying to just recover from the weekend. Even if it was just a Friday night drinks, I'd still find myself Monday going like, oh, like I'm just wrecked. Can't get going.
Yeah.
Come Wednesday, I'm
bit
like,
lackluster.
I can kind of do this.
And
Come
Thursday, you're
I'm like,
bopping.
let's go to the pub.
Yeah.
So loved my Mondays. I even like, I suppose.
But what did you do Saturday then?
So Saturday, I had 2 other friends organised to come over for
A nice movie night, I think.
honest to God, a
Yeah.
movie night.
Yeah.
And it was one of the lads and his girlfriend. And she, who couldn't wait for this movie night, who's been studying so hard recently for her exams, who didn't want to go drinking because, like I said, it's hard to get back into the game, blah, 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 blah. She was the one
Who was all go for
bullied
it.
us into drinking.
Bullies.
Yeah, into drinking.
She held us down.
So we went up to, again, the lovely Dowlings.
The lovely down, shout out number 5.
Yeah, and we had many a drink, and
Great
we-
night.
Yeah, we actually sat inside. Towards the end of the night, it was cold. We sat inside, and I suppose it was different to outside because it was a lot more structured. Because usually outside in Dowlands, there's, I won't say it's a free for all, but it's louder, full of young people, whatever.
Yeah.
Went inside, a lot more structured, and still a great night at that stage. It didn't matter where we were sitting.
And did you come back? Did you turn on the strobe light and go for it?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we danced till the early hours. of the
Anyone who
morning.
doesn't know, like I'm sure there's a few people who've been back to your man cave, but
Oh, absolutely.
Alex has the cutest little 2-bed apartment and looks nice and quaint until after 11 bells when that disco ball goes on.
A disco ball comes on.
And that YouTube goes on that telly and them speakers come alive. Like, I mean, you could be raving, you could be ballroom dancing, you could be line dancing. Like,
Yeah.
you're just going for it.
We've actually had someone say it was during the pandemic, like when restrictions were quite tough, and I think we had a friend up. Like it wasn't at the very start, whatever, but it was around.
COVID, police are coming for you.
Yeah, but it was around
Who
the
gives
time
a
of whatever.
shite?
But I heard a rumor that Alex was me. I was throwing these big
Parties,
parties
these
up
big
in
raves.
the pub because people could see because I live over the pub and I obviously pulled the blinds down, but you could see the lights all
strobe
flashing
lights,
and all that.
yeah.
But there's only 3 of us up here having
I
the time
know.
of our lives.
But that's all you need.
But sure, the village thought the pub was back alive, like, do you know?
Yeah. It was a nightclub now.
Yeah, it was a nightclub, yeah. So, had an old party Friday. So, of course, Sunday, we were at Naughton, the usual McDonald's, chipper, Chinese. And, up then Monday. Only feeling better today.
And you're only feeling better today, Wednesday.
Well, I'm only feeling tip-top again today. I'm feeling like I can do it all again now.
And you were in the gym there not too long ago.
In the gym. Shout out to Kilishi.
Shout out to Lenny.
Shout out to Lenny. And
Lenny absolutely raving.
absolutely killed us in the class tonight. And I think it was a mixture of the fact that I had the biggest lunch I've ever had in my life today, because I didn't want to eat dinner before the podcast. I could look real skinny on TV.
You do, you look
but
lovely.
I wanted, but that food decided to come back up my neck in the class. And it was obviously extremely warm. There was no air.
And tell me about this now. Speaking of food, come back up your throat. How did you feel about the tasting test last week?
And everyone I've told, they were like, how did you ever think they'd be nice together?
No, like people state on TikTok that these are delicacies that are nice.
But I think it's a
lie. It's a full-on lie.
I do think it's a lie.
Like they must be just showing face, like swallowing these things, being like, "Oh, that's lovely." When it's a lie. They're rotten. The worst experience of my whole life. And I know that's very dramatic, but like the taste, like that mustard haunts me. And do you know what I found out today?
What?
There's mustard on double cheeseburgers in McDonald's. I never knew that.
Yeah, but a sliver.
But now I don't like that. Now I don't like it because I tasted the mustard on the burger, and I tasted it last week with a watermelon, and it's a no-go for me. I'll never eat either of them again.
Yeah, but see, mustard is fine when it's with the foods it's meant to be with.
Fine, no.
Like mustard and ketchup on a hot dog. No. So I think mustard and ketchup go well together because it kind of makes it like...
You want me to cut the mustard a bit of slack, do you?
Well, I don't eat mustard ever, but like I said, I only really realised it was on the burgers in McDonald's. So I whipped the gherkins off, leave the little chopped up onions on it.
Yeah. You like the chopped up onions?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Do you know what?
That's the only vegetable you eat.
This is a disclaimer. This is not fact, but I'm pretty sure it's true.
What?
The onions are made at McDonald's. So what they do is, in the evening, when they finish tonight, they'll fill a basin with water, put in a powder, swish it around, it goes solid overnight, and the next day it's blended. So it's not actually onions, it's like an onion flavoured
paste.
Yeah, like mala. And then
no, do you know what it's like? It's like instant mash.
Yes.
Right.
So I think that's why I like them. Because they do add a
little
bit
flavour.
Of spice.
Yeah.
So yeah, into them.
For anyone who doesn't know, Alex does not eat vegetables. Like not a carrot, not an onion, not a pepper. Is there any vegetables you eat?
I don't think, ever. Even as a baby, I'd say my mother would say she would struggle to get, mashed stuff into me. I remember her trying to hide, mashed turnip with my potatoes.
Rotten.
Yeah, I always just knew. And yeah, I never remember a day of eating a full vegetable, but I do remember a time in my life when I was about, I don't know, maybe 13, and my dream was to have a Saint Bernard dog.
Oh yeah. So,
and bearing in mind that at the time I had countless animals, but this was the one that I just wasn't allowed to get.
Yeah.
So the deal that was made with me is if for 1 month I ate whatever vegetables come with dinner. It was not an extravagant. It was just peas and carrots with your roast dinner, or not pick the peas and carrots out of spaghetti bolognese or whatever it might be. So
she said if you did that,
if I did it for a month,
she'd
get me this Saint Bernard, knowing it would never happen. But I was like,
of course,
this is a dream come true. Of course I want to do this.
Yes.
I'd say I was day 3 in.
Yeah.
And I just bawled and bawled. And I didn't bawl. I bawled because the reality of the fact that I was never getting the Saint Bernard hit me like a ton of bricks. Because I think there was maybe 3 vegetables on my plate that day.
Right.
And even at that, when I say there was peas and carrots, I said there was 5 peas and 3 little circles of carrots. There wasn't much.
Yeah.
But I just could not hack it. And it ruined my whole dinner experience.
Did it?
If I think back, what I should have done was ate them. No.
Yeah.
Got him into my mouth.
No, but lads, I can't do that.
But then ate the rest of my dinner. Because there's a certain someone else in this room who eats their dinner in sections.
Yes, there is, Mr. Producer.
Yeah, he's a sectioneer. Well, I like to eat mine all
To work together.
Yeah, gravy done it. But I should have ate my veg on their own, held the nose, got it back, pushed up a
Held the
trial,
nose.
and then sat down.
But we all seen last week, Alex, you would not be capable of completing a bush tucker trial.
If there's a St. Bernard on that table, I'd get her into it.
You would not.
I would.
No, literally, I watched it back, right? And the food barely touched your tongue and you spat it out and you were all
Terrible
into the mic.
sensitive taste buds.
Terrible sensitive.
Yeah, I do.
No, it was horrific. But the worst for me, and we thought it was going to be okay. So the banana and mayonnaise, rotten. Swallowed it, but rotten. Gave me a little bit of an
texture issue as well.
It was an icky feeling. I don't like it. The watermelon and mustard, right? Don't like watermelon anyway. But the strawberry and Nando's sauce, right? The peri sauce. I thought that was going to be okay because I like Nando's sauce separately and I like strawberry. So I was like, yes.
I thought I'd manage it too.
Holy good Jesus, that was the worst one.
For me, it wasn't the worst tasting.
the worst.
I did not believe Nando's produced the sauce that was hotter than Frank's hot sauce.
Oh yeah.
Like that peri sauce blew.
And that was the hot one.
Yeah, blew whatever
mind.
out of me. Blew my mind, yeah.
Blew your mind.
I think it was because the mustard was still tingling and then it went bang in with the hot sauce.
And come here, last week when there was the three of us, how did you cope with the smell of Bicky's breath when you were sitting there? It gets intense, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I wasn't really in her full... I managed to dip in and out of the wavelengths.
And come here, Anna, I'd be ripping out of her, but...
We miss you, Bick.
I miss you terrible. I'm wearing my glasses today in honour of her.
Yeah, and I wear my shorts in honour of her as well. Because you know Bicky loves going around slutting the shorts.
And we're going to call this podcast Willy Wednesdays.
I was wondering what you'll call episode 12, and I presume Bicky's back is...
Oh, well, that's a given, isn't it?
Well, I just thought it was a given. Bicky's back.
Bicky's back, bitches.
Airy back. Spotty, airy back Bicky. But yeah, I do think Bicky's back as a given.
Bicky's back with an STI.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has a ring to it.
And then what's today's one? Bicky's gone.
Oh, Willy Wednesdays.
Alex takeover.
Alex takeover, yeah.
Willy Wednesdays is good. I'm
Come
okay
here,
with
what
that.
Bicky's bits did she
Okay,
give
so
you?
I spoke to Bicky because I suppose I really wanted to...
You wanted to respect her in her absence.
Yeah, I wanted to respect her and
I'll
let you guess.
I wonder if she's worried about what we're going to say while she's away.
What one thing of news this week that you've heard do you think she would have definitely covered?
Oh, Love Island.
No.
Oh. You didn't watch Love Island?
No, so
Okay.
I'll
have to have the Love Island conversation myself then.
Yeah, well, you can talk to the fans about it. So I suppose, what does Bicky always want to be her whole life? Part of what?
Part of Little Mix.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was obviously Leanne had her
Perry
twins.
I didn't know Leanne had a baby as well.
Leanne had twins.
Leanne, did she know she was having twins? Surely, yeah.
She knew, but we didn't know.
Okay.
So Leanne had twins.
What she called them?
I don't know.
Okay, Mr. Producer. Could
Perry
you look that up?
had one baby.
Yeah.
Leanne's sister had a baby, and their manager Sam Cox had a baby, all in the 1 week. So the Little Mix family have grown by 5 babies in a week.
Fucking hell, mate.
And it must have been after the podcast, and at the time the girls had other babies, but I had a dream that I was Jade in Little Mix. It must be after Bicky talking about it.
Right.
And that they asked me to be a godparent to,
Oh, yes.
to both of them. And that's when I woke up, I was absolutely devastated that I wasn't part of Little Mix. Because I just fit in so well at the time. We were all delighted. And I looked the
We fit
part.
in so well.
It was brilliant. But yeah, so I'm going to have a little bit of a drink to wet them out because we're getting dry.
Yeah. But Little Mix, I can't believe they all had their babies. I'm probably not a huge Little Mix fan as much as Bicky lets on she is. I enjoyed her songs, but I follow Perry on Instagram, that's it. But even at that, I don't really watch Instagrams.
I'm not a Little Mix super fan, but they've never disappointed with a video
with a
or
good
with a
song.
song.
No,
yeah.
never,
Do you know?
like,
and
never.
then I do, and I actually like them all. But yeah, I'll give you the dates now because
The dates of what?
the dates. So Leanne had the twins on the 16th. What we say, the 25th?
Yeah.
So Leanne had the twins on the 16th. Perry had her babies on the 21st. Now, Perry released her news first, even though she had her babies second. And I'd say it was because Leanne was obviously going to take over the headlines. So they let Perry have her time to shine first.
Oh.
Then they released Leanne's news a while later, but she actually had her babies first.
Right.
But yeah, it's
And then no names for the babies.
No, they probably actually they won't do okay around like that, won't they? Not? No, they won't. But they just said my little shining stars or whatever. But I have to question where Little Mix will go now.
I know, with all the babies.
In terms of
like,
band.
I hate to break it, but those kids are baggage.
Yeah. But the only thing is, they can afford...
Oh, they can afford the nannies.
The best baggage carers.
Yeah.
You know, like if they were
But I feel like your priorities change when you're a parent.
I suppose there's probably an element where they want to prove.
But guys, think about it. Like Beyonce, she's kids.
And she copes, like.
And she copes very well. Like
Oh, yeah.
Kylie Jenner in the spotlight all day, every day. She's pregnant again and she has a child.
Yeah. So I think
Like
I think with Little Mix they'll go and do their tour, and because of the message they've always shared, I don't think they'll be too body conscious. They won't be under this pressure that I suppose the likes of Cheryl Cole would have put herself under, or Posh
Cheryl
Spice.
Cole doesn't have baby, does she?
Little Bear with Liam Payne. Yeah.
I totally forgot that.
But they were under the pressure to come back and be sticked in. But I think Little Mix will give themselves a breathing space. Say, do you know what? I just had twins. I'm actually not going to be sticked in. Yeah. I'll come back and perform. I might not have to dance as much as I used to do. And yes, thank God I have the money to pay for nannies backstage.
And how does Jade feel about not being a parent as the others all getting mammied off?
I do think she'll go off and be the kind of Cheryl of the band.
Do you?
Yeah, I think Jessie's the Sarah Harding one, the mad one. Potential breakdowns coming.
I think Jessie's a star, but I don't think Jade's a star. I think Jessie and Perry are my stars. Like I think Leanne and Jade kind of they're nice props, but I don't think they're front men or women.
I suppose whoever is until they step out and do it, and she might prove us wrong or right. But yeah, I think Jade will, because I suppose the girls won't be able to say yes to as many things.
Yeah.
So obviously Jade's going to say, well, I'm taking this opportunity. If
yes,
you're not going to take it, I'm taking it. My life hasn't slowed down. I didn't have kids.
And come here. What other bits did Bicky want to chat?
Okay. See, I do go off on these tangents, lads, and I forget no one gives a shine. Okay, so she sent me that. Okay. Next thing. Kanye West asked LA court to legally change his name to Ye.
Yeah, I heard that.
Just Ye.
Just Ye, yeah.
So let's read what it says. So, billionaire, fashion designer, rapper, 44, for personal reasons wants to change his name to Ye.
Personal reasons? What are the personal reasons?
Ye has long been one of Kanye West's nicknames. It was the title of his 2018 album. Okay, and in September of the year, he signalled his desire to shorten his name.
But like shorten it, like why do you need it legally changed?
He tweeted, "To being formerly known as Kanye West, I am Ye." I don't know, like, I mean...
What are your feelings on Kanye?
Hey, Ye! My feelings on Kanye is, I suppose, I don't know how much of it is real and how much of it is genius in terms of the press he gets.
Yes.
From his mad movements.
Yeah. He's been moving mad, mate.
Yeah, like, I mean, is it a bit genius? I don't know. It's got him where...
Oh, yeah. Like, it has to be genius.
If he was just tipping away there like 50 Cent, like,
I don't know if you ever listened to Joe Rogan's podcast with him. It's like 2 hours long.
No.
Maybe longer. But like, I think it was one of the first interviews he's done, like long interviews on a podcast with someone that's not a news reporter and like mixing his words. But like, I really enjoy Kanye. I love his music. Like you have to idolize him as far as his work ethic goes. Like he is like a huge fashion brand, like he's a huge rap artist, like he does a lot in his communities and stuff like that. But if you listen to this podcast, like it is wild now. Like he is mental.
Is it
like,
about his music?
No, it's just, like literally it just
him?
starts off and he just starts talking and he goes off like yourself on different tangents. But like,
call me Ye.
Like, call me Ye. But like call me X.
Yeah,
Lex. What about Lex?
Lex, yeah.
Lex
Traynor. Lex Trey.
But he goes off on these tangents, but it's very hard to follow what he's talking about. Like 1 minute he's talking about, and like some of his ideals, you can see fundamentally they make
Do you like kittens?
Sense. Kittens.
I just pretended I'm him and just going off on a weird tangent.
No, he doesn't ask anyone questions. He just fucking talks. But he like 1 minute he's talking about he wants to start a community where they teach kids like how to build houses and get hands on and get creative and not have everyone just learn maths, English, and like
Clap, brilliant, yeah.
like let them explore what their talents can be and let them build from the ground up, like, and little things like that. You're like, yeah, that makes sense. But then 2 seconds later, he's on about Bruce Lee and how he actually wasn't. He didn't die of cancer. He was murdered and all this. Like,
he has weird
really,
conspiracy
really
theories
weird
on life.
conspiracy theories, and like he's really holy, and he's like, I just am doing what I'm doing because Jesus has asked yay, and he always talks about himself in the third person, like yay. He's like, Jesus has asked yay.
Oh, so he's called him to VA for a while.
Oh yeah, because Jesus has called upon him.
Oh,
Like this has been asked of him.
he's called
from
upon
the-
me to come on the podcast.
Yeah,
Don't hear
yeah.
me going on about it. I just got on with it and did it.
But like, if you have a spare 3 hours, listen to Kanye West and Joe Rogan's podcast. It's wild.
But you wonder if somebody did a podcast 3 hours, like, we're not talking too much shite, so it's not going to go too viral. But if the weirder you talk, the more people are going to say, listen to them gobshites.
Well, you've no idea what I have left.
The better, but the better it does, essentially. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I sometimes think with any of these celebrities, look at Lady Gaga. I know she's kind of normalised herself now, but to get out there, you need to
wilding
do
out.
and say weird shit and have weird, like, opinions and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then...
Not on this
but
podcast.
I'm sure it comes from a natural place, but he
Alex's
probably...
little puppies are trying to
The
get
two
into
dogs
the
trying to get
room.
in the door and it's waiting for them to come in and just
I can't wait. We'll
turn
bring them in.
over
We'll bring them in for the last
all
minute.
the microphones,
Yeah,
cameras,
they'll wreck the place.
all the producer stuff.
But yeah, Kanye is now yay.
He's applied to legally change his name to Ye.
I'm sure it'll cost.
So
him
that was that one. And then, yeah, Electric Picnic is probably the last one. Now, whatever Bicky sent me, I'm not going to read because I heard
'Cause
about
it's
it on the
bullshit,
radio.
yeah.
Leash County Council have said they legally cannot revisit their decision.
No, yeah.
So it's done.
I told her already. This is definitely, we need to stop being hopeful. It's done.
But you see, it was said today that, or it was said like during the
other
week
day, yeah.
that...
No, she was sending in images. and
Yeah,
bits and bobs.
that whoever it was, Tony Hullen, said that he could see fully vaccinated events going ahead with no problem.
Mm-hmm.
So with this new information, they thought at least County Council
Would
relook at
overturn their decision, but they didn't.
They legally can't, and I'm sure they probably could, but if they do it for Electric Picnic, they have to do it for even like house planning, everything.
Yeah.
Do you know, you have to just stick to your ground and say this is how it works. You have to wait 365 days or whatever it is till the next one, because if they're turning over Electric Picnic's decisions that quickly, they'll have to start turning over
Other decisions.
house decisions,
Yeah.
any kind of building decisions or other event decisions that quickly, and they probably don't have the facility to look at these things as quick as Electric Picnic want them to look at theirs. So that's a bit unfortunate, but do you know what I wasn't mentally prepared for this year?
What?
Electric Picnic. I wasn't in the zone for it. Like, I've not bought.
Yeah.
The-
That's
the-
why I was kind of like, I'd wrote it off because
Yeah.
you need preparation.
The
for
stuff
electric
is not
picnic.
going to be in the shops.
No.
Do you know, the kind of things you need, which I kind of have a lot from last year, which was my first Electric Picnic year. But like, what do we have, a month left?
Wasn't last year, it was 2019.
Oh God, yeah.
We lost 2020.
A month left. And
Like it's literally a month from today it would have been like
so
nearly.
I wouldn't have had time to, like, even, okay, I'm fine with getting work off, but like, can people get work off that quickly?
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of stuff that it's just a bit too quick. But I think we should, actually, you talked about your Electric Picnic experiences before, didn't you?
We did.
You've been Pukey Joe day one, you love it, and then
Yeah.
you're not. Yeah, because I've only been once.
Yes.
My first and last year was 2019, and yeah, it was fab.
Did you love it? Was it everything you expected and more?
It was more because I suppose I'd been to like
Concerts.
Oxygen and the likes years ago. Didn't get my boots robbed like Bicky, but I had that messy, horrible like feeling. So this year when we went, like at the age of 2 years ago, at the age of 29, I was like, right, like I'm not doing tent shit. Like I can afford to pay
Went
for.
glamping.
Yeah, we went glamping and
Makes such a difference.
like honestly, like we had like memory foam mattress beds. We had our own bar. I mean, there was probably 40 tents in our place. Our own bar, like unlimited ice, our own hot showers. Like if you wanted straighteners or whatever,
Yeah.
our own little cafes and food trucks and all.
Like we ain't slumming it. We are doing it right.
Yeah, and we went to Tesco, lads. And to get to Tesco, we had to walk through
Oh, the slums. Slumdog Millionaire.
Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Honest
It
to
is
God.
a, like shit show.
I've never experienced poverty like it.
Yeah.
And you can only imagine what
No,
it's
there's
like.
people pissing on tents. There's wellies getting robbed. There's people shitting, vomiting. It's all go.
If people's, and I know this sounds so old, but if people's mothers knew how bad it was, they wouldn't let them go. No way. Like there
It
was
is unsanitary.
not even unsanitary. Like young lads lying there with their legs out of the tent that's collapsed overnight because of the like gale force winds and storm that's
Wind,
come.
rain, and someone falling on top
And
of
they're
it.
still asleep at 12 o'clock the next day because they're so out of it. Like I just, no.
I love
Nah.
it though. I do love walking through that to appreciate what you have back in
Oh,
glamping.
absolutely, yeah.
I'm like,
it was
God
it was a
help
great
them.
eye-opener.
It is a great eye opener.
Yeah, so I think that was kind of it with Bicky's bits. Let me have one little last look.
And did you have any? Feckin' Alex's adventures for us?
Well, I don't really have adventures, as we know, we've been all doing feck all recently. But I did have a few little did you knows.
Oh right, okay.
Ones that I kind of found.
Did you knows?
Like a did you know, yeah.
Right, okay.
Because I suppose where it started from last week, I was driving home and the word boobies popped into my head, right?
Right.
And I just thought to myself, like, where did the word boobies come from? Like, where did it come from?
I don't know.
Well, in the midst of looking it up, I came across lots of other facts, and I forgot to go back to the boobies thing. So I don't know. Maybe you and Bicky can discuss that on the next podcast.
We could discuss where did it come from?
I said in the midst of trying to look up that.
Oh, so you didn't find out?
I didn't find out that one, but it brought me on to other places.
Right.
And other little facts and things that I suppose I found quite interesting. So I'm going to ask you, did you know why? And then I'm going to tell the general public in case they didn't know why.
Okay.
So do you know why our fingertips and our toes and all get wrinkly when we're in water for too long?
No.
So it's to give us grip.
While we're in the water.
Yeah. So it's essentially if you're stuck in the water.
Yeah.
What's it called again when that happens? Is there a word on it? We don't just call it wrinkly, don't we?
They prune.
Yeah, like a prune. But it's essentially, it's like a safety mechanism our bodies do, that if we're somewhere and we're in water for a long period of time, that we can actually, if it's possible to get out of this thing, having these grooves in our fingertips and our feet will help us get out.
Right.
Yeah, so it's a safe thing to help that. So that was the first little did you know.
Yes. Enjoyed that.
Yeah, so it's essentially helping you get grip in a slipperier condition. So that was the first kind of did you know. What do you think is the longest time someone has ever held their breath underwater? Now, I know we tried in Centre Parks and I'm pretty sure one of us got to like 2 minutes. It wasn't me.
What? I think it was actually...
couldn't stay down long enough because I was afraid I was afraid what I'd miss.
I think I've read this before. Is it like 15 minutes or something?
24 minutes and 3 seconds without breathing.
What? How did they not die?
I don't know. So it was
assisted breathing,
professional freediver Alex Sergura Vendrell set this world record in a breathtaking attempt, literally. Like, I don't know, I'd get bored more than that else. And I'd love to know how long she spent being...
Oh, it's a female.
Yeah, how long she spent being okay with it.
Yeah.
And then how long she spent fighting the want
to breathe.
To get out.
I don't know why I thought you would die after a certain while.
Well, I did as well.
Like, I know this is awfully grim, but like, if you were suffocating, it wouldn't take you 24 minutes to die.
No, but we wouldn't have the same capacity to stay. She'd last 24 minutes.
Would she?
Yeah.
And her suffocator would be definitely bored silly by then.
Yeah, well, she could pretend she's dead. And they're like, surprise! I'm a professional fucking whatever I'm called.
Breath holder.
A breath holder, yeah. So that was, I kind of thought that was quite interesting
Yeah.
because it's something I could not manage.
Like us holding the breath for 2 minutes and thinking we were absolutely
If we did it
amazing.
now, right, and we could last 24 minutes, that would end the podcast. We have to say no more.
Yeah, will we try?
Yeah, let's go. How many pairs of glasses and how many wands do you think Daniel Radcliffe, whatever his name is, went through in the Harry Potter films?
One.
One what?
One glasses.
How many
one
wands?
wand.
He went through 70 wands and 160 pairs of glasses.
Oh, holy good Jesus.
Yeah.
Why do you keep losing them? It's like
I'd
a
say
big pen.
he lost them. I say he broke. See, a lot of fight scenes and all. I say he broke them, lost them. I say he grew out of some of them. Do you know? I'd say
Oh,
he got.
yeah.
I'd say he got a bit big for some of them.
Oh, I
I'd
suppose
say he
it
had to
wasn't
get
just
new-
one movie. It
I'd
was like 7
Yeah, and I'd
movies.
say he might have had to get new lenses as the eyesight got
So
worse
that's
through
like
the
an
years.
average of 10 glasses.
Was there 16 movies?
There were 7 movies.
7 movies. So you're looking at about 20 glasses, about 20 something glasses per movie.
Well,
And
there's
then
100 glasses.
160 pairs of glasses and 70 wands. 10 wands a movie.
Yeah.
What does Bicky say about him?
Take out Joe, Willy, Harry.
Yeah, take out your 70 wands on.
Yeah.
And then I suppose this is one that everyone could look into. It takes only 6 minutes for alcohol to affect your brain. It's very quick. I've often found on a night out, right? I know I'm not drunk in the first hour, but when I think back on it, I'm like, it's kind of blurry from the get-go. And it's caused 6 minutes in, my brain's starting to like go into overdrive. Many words and get out a minute.
No, and you do be spewing the words with
Yeah.
2 drinks.
I think I need like a timer in front of me to slow down, because I tell you, I never copped my speed of talk before until WhatsApp voice notes came in.
Oh, yeah. No one needs to speed you
my
up.
tongue is too big for my mouth, so I'm all blah, 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 and I'm too quick.
You're too quick. Too quick-witted.
Yeah, but I thought that was a bit interesting. Now, here's one for you, right?
Right.
The longest place name in the world, okay, has 85 letters.
Oh, that's holy good.
And I want you to try and pronounce it.
Oh, right, okay.
So I'm going to WhatsApp it to you.
Okay. You could just show it to me. I'm right across here.
Well, I don't want you to see anything else that's on
Oh,
my...
right, sorry.
That's on
Will
my
you WhatsApp me?
phone.
I'm online.
So, online. So, you can have one silent read, okay? And then I want you to give it your best go. She's currently trying to read it here now, and my microphone's about to do a dive dash.
Yeah.
Right into my bosom.
Oh, holy good Jesus.
It's all right. We'll
You just
manage.
have to move it.
I could just hold... No, it's fine. I'll hold it.
Okay.
Mr. Producer. When Mr. Producer comes back in from having his tea...
So this is a long-winded one, right? So, Tamatawa Hatangi, Hanga Kawatamete, Turapaki Amwanga, Harapushu Awinatu.
I think that was pretty perfect.
Yeah, come here. Do you have one of them Google yokes that says it out?
No, but I'd say she wouldn't even be able to.
Right.
I'd love you
Where
to
is that place?
tell me where you think it is.
In Africa.
No, it's actually in New Zealand.
Oh, wow.
Which surprises me because they speak English, correct?
Yeah, but they have like all the Maoris have their own little words going on. Like, do you ever see them doing the haka?
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. Come here. Do you want me to keep going with a few more?
Yeah, if you
You having
like.
fun?
Yeah.
I suppose.
You having fun? Imagine
Yeah,
I was like, no, cut it out.
Yeah, so... Hold on now. I've only got 2 more, really. The average mammal takes 21 seconds to empty its bladder, but I feel like I take more.
The average what?
The average mammal, we're mammals, takes 21 seconds to empty its bladder. I feel like I take more, but I might have an old measure the next time.
Yeah, maybe time
to
it.
see if my bowel is...
Sometimes 21 seconds can seem long.
Yeah, to see if my bladder is above or under average at exit speed. Have a wee there and see how you get on.
Yeah.
Good time, yeah. And the last one is, what do you think the first item ever sold on eBay was?
Oh. Was it a knickers?
It was Bicky's Dirty Knickers. It was a broken laser pointer. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bow out now. I'm going to hand you over to Evelyn, and she can try to talk for however long she needs to.
Yeah.
Because I need a rest because I'm wrecked.
You're wrecked after all that
I
chat.
just feel like if I stop talking, it'll be awkward.
If you stop talking? Yeah. No, I'd always fill the gaps, don't you worry.
Buzzing.
Come here. I have a few bits for Ev's events, right? First bits up are Love Island, right? So you didn't really watch Love Island. Do you know who any of them were, Alex? Like, could you imagine Faye and Teddy? Do you know who they are? Teddy was
I seen the pictures of the winners and who came second.
Yeah, so
I love the girl who came second. I seen her
Chloe.
once.
Do you know who she's like? A modern day Nikki Graham.
Yeah.
Do you feel it?
Yeah, she was just nice.
I feel like she
Did you
was-
want her to win?
I liked Toby and Chloe. Toby and Chloe.
Yeah, liked her now.
She was just gas. Like, she just come out with all these mad one-liners. I feel like she She haven't had a touch of ADHD or something.
Sure, the best of us do.
The best of us. But they came second. Like Millie and Liam were grand winners, but like I liked either Toby and Chloe to win, or I would have liked Faye and Teddy to win. Even though people had a lot of hate for Faye because she went off on Mad One.
Is she the one that had the mad lips the whole time?
Yeah, but she actually was very real. Like,
I think she was trying to bring brown lips in as a trend.
she's trying her best, yeah.
Like like if you go on to Big Brother or Love Island or something now, you got to do something to be an individual, to make
Stand
it your
out,
thing.
like.
And I feel like that was something that maybe she never always did, but she was like, I need to do something on this. Because it's sure, all I used to see is, all I saw from Love Island was memes of her and her lips.
God love her.
Do you know? So I feel like she was her way of trying to do something, start a little trend. But
I liked a bit of Faye. I would have liked Faye and Teddy to win. I liked them, and I liked Chloe and Taube. But anyway, poor old Laura Whitmore. She's not able for the limelight. She's not, like when you were talking about live TV. You didn't watch the final, but it's live. And Laura Whitmore, God, R.I.P. now for poor old Caroline Flack. Caroline used to do it, but Laura Whitmore does it now, and she just doesn't have it. She doesn't have the quick wit. She doesn't have the confidence on the microphone. Like, you're awkward watching her.
I think anyone Irish comes across awkward on TV though.
Oh no, I'd be brilliant.
I don't know. Maura Higgins.
Maura, brilliant.
That's what I seen someone say the other day. Get Maura Higgins onto the next Love Island.
No, but I feel like Maura would be cutting bitches. She'd be like, who do you think you are?
yeah.
Oh, she's gas. But poor old Laura Whitmore. I like her, but she's just not made for that. But the next thing I had on my Ev's events was, I don't know if you'll know this, Mr. Producer probably would enjoy this information actually, but do you remember Nirvana, the band?
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
big fan.
what was the lead singer's name again? Kurt Cobain.
You know him
and
well.
he committed suicide in 1994, but they had an album which was probably the most popular in 91 called Nevermind.
Will they sing a song or?
And I can't actually remember one, but I'm sure if I thought about it, I could. The album was called Nevermind, and you might picture the album cover. It was a little baby naked in the swimming pool. Do you remember? And the picture was from below him.
And it was the black and white.
Yes.
Like an explicit sign was on it or something.
Yes. So that was 91, right? And since the guy who was the actual baby, he's 30 now, right? In 2021, this is the type of people we're dealing with now. He's decided to sue Nirvana and Kurt Cobain's estate for for explicitly exploiting him as an underage child. They actually said it was on the lines of child trafficking or some shit.
Who signed him off?
This is the same guy, right? Who since this has gotten a tattoo of Nevermind on his body and is a huge Nirvana supporter. He's obviously realised, or someone's gotten into his head and told him he can get a few bob.
That's the thing.
But what happened was, it was a photographer who was friends with his dad, so the baby's dad, and the photographer was like, here, any chance you're up for a party this weekend, I need to get a few shots of a few children, which sounds a bit weird, right?
Back then it was fine.
Back then it was fine, but obviously it was for his creative purposes, for Nirvana's album cover. But yeah, he was like, I'll throw you 200 quid if you bring the children, whatever, throw them into the pool. And
so it wasn't a really set up.
No, back then, like in the 90s, like this, just come. They had like a poolside party and they threw the kid in and took a picture of him.
Not to be weird or rude or anything, but is his Willy visible on the? It is.
It is visible on the. It's not blurred out, so there isn't an explicit sign over it.
It is on the bottom of the corner of the album. The explicit sign is on, but I mean, it is wrong. I think essentially, but yeah. But see, the thing is, and I don't know, like if you're stuck for money and you've a way to get it, fucking get it. Like.
No, that's bad. That's bad karma.
I don't know if there's a picture of my Willy going around when I was 3 months of age and I could get a bit of money, lads.
I really wouldn't care. Like you want to read.
Do you know what? I wouldn't sue. But I'd look for some form of
compensation.
Not even compensation. What do you get when people play your songs? Like I'd look for royalties. I'd look for royalties because that cover was so popular.
So popular. Like everyone can picture it.
Yeah, so I actually think the child should look for, I just want €1 or $1 off every album sale.
But see, you probably would have been agreed in the first place. 50 quid.
So, but this is what they're trying to
Two-
say.
your
that
mama saying you give him
the
€200
photographer- to
to the father.
$200,
I
which
wouldn't say
his
there was a
dad
contract
his
signed
dad
at
is
all.
saying there was no contracts, and he said he never got the 200.
Or do you know what?
quid.
But if I was Nirvana, do you know what I'd say? Prove it to you. Like, prove that you're that baby.
Yeah, I'm sure there's ways though.
Huh.
He's who the young as an adult, yeah. Like it like when you hear the facts and figures of what he's done since, like he's tried to get famous from this, but
And now it
he's-
hasn't worked.
But like,
so,
this,
yeah.
do you know what? They always say no publicity is bad publicity. I never heard of the chat before now, and here he is.
Yeah.
On my screen.
Yeah.
On
this
but yeah,
podcast.
shame
And
on you.
this'll-
What's his name? Zach or something? Yeah. East maybe.
He'll get
Shame.
money off the royalties from this podcast.
But
anyway.
I have a few more bits, right? But we're probably chipping on with the time. Yeah. So I just have one question, and then we have I actually have a segment on Willy Wednesdays. Because I just feel like, sorry, Teresa Traynor, it wouldn't be
She's not listening to it.
It wouldn't be a full podcast for Alex Traynor if we didn't have Willy Wednesdays. Because
no.
I feel like it's your favourite pastime, bit of Willy. So, if you were...
You said you had another bit first.
Yeah, this is the bit first.
Okay.
Relax yourself, no Willies now. Stop getting horny.
Got one in. Come on in.
Oh,
It's a big Willy.
it wouldn't shock me if it was one coming in. They'd be talking about him trying to kill me. Anyway, go on.
It won't kill you. If you could be an X-Men, what power would you like to have?
I can have any power.
Any power. So do you know the way like Magneto can control, like he's a magnet essentially, he can control like steel and metal. And
for me
like
now.
what does Cyclops like burns shit with his eyes, he's laser eyes. Yeah. Storm controls the weather, she can start storms.
Like, it's like
Wolverine
printing.
has that like, yeah.
Is
element.
printing money a skill I could have?
Yeah, I suppose I'd like to give you that, yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to print money because, I mean, like, yeah.
Would you solve world hunger?
I'd look after myself anyway.
How do you fit in there? Like,
Like if someone's coming to attack you, you just
I'll pay.
gotta start
I'll
printing a
pay
load of
the
money.
other X-Men to protect me.
Are you gonna? Oh yeah.
Oh,
good,
yeah.
Good plan.
called to help, like,
I'll buy something that can. I'll buy a fucking crane. Yeah, I'll buy something. Yeah, I'll be able to. I'll be able to afford whatever equipment I need to protect, to serve and protect my X-Men.
To serve and protect.
Now, I have a quick question for you.
Yeah.
If this was Thursday, what are we going to call it? If it's not Willy Wednesdays,
I know. Throbbing
Testicle
Thursdays.
Testicle Thursdays.
Testy Thursdays.
Oh, what about Friday then? Free
Friday
Willy
would have
Friday.
been. Yeah.
Fiddling Friday. Jesus, Mr. Producer has this going on.
Yeah. So Willy Wednesdays, right?
Willy Wednesdays. Welcome.
You probably know these little facts, but
It's just facts.
do you know what
isn't it?
the
I'm okay with
average?
facts.
Oh yeah. No, I'm not going to question you on Willy's.
I thought you were going to ask me how many I've had and
Oh well.
favorite type, color, shape, size.
We'll ask you at the end, right?
No.
We'll fill this segment first.
Okay, brilliant.
So, do you know what the average penis size in Ireland is? Are you trying to add up all the willies and then divide them out and get an average?
Okay, so divide by 17. I know, I want to call it joking. I'd
1700.
say, I'd say in Ireland we're looking at about 6.
Oh,
I'd say,
you're well endowed, yeah. Like you're thinking of my Mr. Producer.
see, do you know what the other problem is? Do you know what the other
On the
problem?
flop.
The only 3, hon? Are we talking about inches or centimetres?
Sorry, inches. I'm not talking about centimetres. It's all about the inch.
See, I think a lot of men are blinded by what size is. Like some could say,
No,
yeah.
this is fact. So,
No, but I'm saying 6 inches actually
oh,
is a grand size.
It's a gorgeous
like
size,
that. See this bottle
I do
of
happen to have 6
Seychelles
inches.
is 6 inches probably. So or probably smaller than that. So yeah, let's go 5.
5 inches is the average penis size in Ireland.
What about Africa?
Will we get there? So, what do you think the world average is then? So, do you think Ireland is above or below?
I would think Ireland, UK, Europe, America is all probably similar. Then the Asians are smaller, and then the Africans and all them men are another planet. But I'd say the 5 is average, world average as well.
5.1.
Oh, very good. So it's
Well,
So
we're just 0.1 below.
Well, look at if I was 0.1. Yeah, I'm happy enough with 0.1. Yeah,
So we'll go with the countries then with the smallest erect penis length.
Asia.
So, right,
Well, that's China.
the smallest countries. Oh, these are erect penises though, yeah. So Cambodia coming in the smallest.
Where's Cambodia?
I don't know, where's Cambodia?
But is it?
It's in Africa somewhere on the continent.
That's what I was thinking. Cambodia shouldn't be. Them men are.
No, it is. Maybe it's Asian. I don't know. But their average is 3.95 inches.
erect.
Southeast
Oh yeah, anyone
Asia.
on that Asian content, lad,
They're
you don't
fucked.
want to go near them.
Ah, no, stop it.
No, well, that's a bit much. But
Burma. Where is Burma, Mr. Producer? And
it
that
sounds
is
like it's a paradise place. Like,
Bali, kind of.
yeah,
That's 4.21 inches. So,
Erect.
Right. Erect. These are all erect sizes.
So what size is Cambodia with
Burma.
the floppy?
So then we have Taiwan, Philippines, Sri Lanka, Hong Kong, Bangladesh, Thailand, Vietnam and Malaysia.
All small.
All, they're in the smallest, the top 10 smallest.
Wow.
Or the lowest.
I'd
10,
love to know
whatever.
how.
They're all Asian.
I'd love to know how many penises they took as a sample size for this survey.
Yeah.
Like you'd
Would
need.
that be your dream job?
Like, well, no.
Get out the schlong and,
And you know what?
measure
The
it
other
up.
thing is like, was it measured officially, or did you have to send in your measurements? Like,
There could be lads giving themselves an extra inch.
yeah, and
Then what does that say? That Asians are just more honest?
Yeah,
no, but that's what I'm saying.
Asians are more honest
Or
about
was
the
there a string of like men on erections just getting their penises measured?
Yeah.
Like whip it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, if that's the job is going. Do you know, I'm not going to say no, but yeah, okay.
But the top countries then, Ecuador, Cameroon, Bolivia, Sudan, Haiti, Senegal, Gambia, Netherlands, coming in at a cool 6.25 inches,
Got some jump.
Cuba and Zambia. So, sorry, Ecuador is an average erect 6.93 inches. Cameroon, 6.56 inches.
But these aren't.
They're all at 6 inches, and these are
Oh, these are
averages.
average. I was going
so
to say,
Ecuador has
yeah.
the highest average, right? So do you want to guess what the largest penis in the world measured was?
Brazil. Oh, in the
know-
world.
Yeah.
Just pass me the measuring tape there. I'll just have one little.
Well, if you're thinking the average, the biggest average is 6.93.
Yeah, but the biggest penis in the world is it's something like 20 inches, but it's non-functional.
18.9 inches.
Yeah,
Roberto Esquivel Cabrera, supposedly the man with the world's largest penis.
but I don't even think he can get an erection. I think it's just literally a third leg.
Literally.
I've seen the video of him when it's in his pants.
Unbelievable problem when it comes to his monstrous Mexican manhood. He's Mexican.
Oh, yeah.
Women are too afraid to have sex with him due to his gargantuan size.
But could you handle that?
Oh yeah.
I did hear.
No. I'm used to the good 16 cool inches.
I did hear last week a very funny thing where they were saying that the average anus can open up to 7 centimeters.
Right.
And a raccoon can squeeze into a space as small as 4 centimeters. So essentially, we can all fit nearly 2 raccoons up our arse if we wanted to. So there's a little fact for the day now. Just in case you wanted to
fact.
shove 2 raccoons up your arse.
Explain the main part of the penis. Just over. Oh,
See,
God.
she's getting lost now.
Yeah, getting lost in the.
Is there
in the
pictures
penis.
with these? No.
There's no pin. Oh,
You should have brought
do you know
in-
what? I'll show you, lads. If you want to write, Google Roberto Esquivel Cabrera. He's frightful.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, he can't be blessed in every.
Supposedly, he wants it. He wants it
Have
officially.
we spoke about the largest penis size? We've got the average ones. Where are the largest ones? You never told me.
The average Ecuador.
Which is Ecuador.
Ecuador at 6.93, so 7 inches.
Is that? Lads, Brazil has to be packing more. Type in there now. I'm telling this. Type in average penis size in Brazil and average penis size in Africa, and I bet you'll get more.
It may be their fault. It's like
Ecuador is in South America, like not far from Brazil. And it's
Okay. So I suppose, see, all the.
I see these are all centimeters now. what's 15.22
It's all that
centimeters
extra
in
sun
inches.
aids the growth. See, it's not just vitamin
But you know, I was
D.
listening to a podcast recently, and it's supposedly it's vitamin D is very good for your balls, for your testicles.
What does it do?
I can't remember.
Like, is it good for your
15 centimetres.
sperm production?
9.9, so just about 6 inches.
Oh, so yeah,
So, lads, if you've got 6 inches, you're well above average, seemingly.
yeah, above average.
Well, that's good news now.
Isn't that great?
A lot of happy listeners, yeah.
A lot of happy listeners, and you know what? A lot of happy. Alex, you really came alive there in that segment.
I was because we're finishing up.
Did you enjoy that?
Yeah,
now?
I suppose Willy Wednesdays did well.
Willy
I
Wednesdays.
would enjoy Bicky's thoughts on Willy Wednesdays.
Yeah, I
you could
know.
do Titty Tuesdays with her next week. Talk
I
about
could do titty
breast
juice.
sizes.
Yeah, yeah.
She'd get very uncomfortable, wouldn't she?
Oh, like literally. I'd say she's uncomfortable even listening to this.
I suppose the only thing with breast size is, this is coming from the expert, they can, it's not a thing of like, no, but I mean, they come due to, a lot of times breast sizes vary because of body size and shapes, which are like not,
if you lose
they're
weight,
not
you can-
average in any, the whole world has a mix
Like if
of
you
all
lose
body
weight,
types.
you wouldn't lose it off your willy, would you?
No.
Never. You'd never lose the bit of length.
If you will gain, so if you have a weight, you'll have that little fat cushion at the front
Oh, rotten.
that will take away from the length.
Oh.
So if you lose that,
Oh.
you'll get more girth. You get
Right.
more length, not
Right.
girth, length. So yeah, if
And
you,
is it more important to have girth or length?
I wouldn't know.
Oh, sure, yeah.
What about you?
Both.
You need it all.
I need it all.
You're like a raccoon. You can
Yeah, need it all. Need the girth and the length.
yeah. Yeah, it's not really something I wouldn't know anything about.
Alex-
As I'm not married yet. Either are you.
Nor am
so
I.
this
No.
conversation shouldn't be happening
It's
because
just a thought I had, and
you
it's
just
thought-provoking
think
conversation.
You think you'd
But
enjoy
Alex,
both.
I want to give you a little gift as a thank you for coming on in episode 11. Did you think it was something scary?
Yeah.
Just some Lindt chocolate.
Milk and white chocolate.
I
Lindt.
seen them
Well,
and I
thank
thought of you.
so
and
much.
I really just really hope that you'll never let me have to do a podcast with Bicky ever again. I just want to do it with you.
Okay, I'm here next week. But see, do you know what you don't have with me that you have with Bicky?
What?
You can take the piss out of her a bit more.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
get the good laughs.
I
And you
know.
can shock her, you know, like the word no, but the word pussy wouldn't.
Oh, it wouldn't phase you.
But Bicky now, that episode
Say wet and
with
gushy and Bicky absolutely dies.
Wet and Gushy.
Yeah.
So we're going to sing them out.
Which?
The
Wet and
audience,
Gushy.
wanna sing them
Oh,
out?
sing them out, yeah. Listen, lads.
There's a you say goodbye and then we'll sing it out.
No,
I'll
I
start.
was just gonna finish up and say thank you for listening.
Thank you for
like,
listening.
subscribe, share it on your Instagram.
Yeah.
I actually must tell our
Don't
Instagram
unfollow.
Don't unfollow, yous absolute cunts. Anyone on Instagram who shares anything on their story, our Organised Chaos Instagram doesn't allow us to see any shares for some reason. Just in case anyone feels like we're not giving them any hop.
I
we
think
don't
you
see
need
it.
to share and then re-tag in the share.
We don't know. We can't see the shares. So just don't think that we're being rude. We appreciate every like. We appreciate
Does it not
every
go into a
listen, every
message?
share. It doesn't, but we'll talk about this at a later day. Have a little song.
Yeah.
Adiola.
There's a whole lot of loving going on in my heart. It's a feeling I'm feeling true and true.
Oh, oh.
Gone.
God, good luck.
He's shutting off?
Oh yeah, he just shuts off.
Yeah, shut it down.